Or sprint. Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Another load of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprint. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
boldly striving to pinpoint source. Focusing sensors. Returning to patrol mode.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better. Are we amply sustaining the system right now?
Well, at night, work isn't...
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
Master Paradigm says we're to study a predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the Sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the Great War Machine. Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. I may just invite him over to make it easier.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges
Greetings,
do arise.
non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate initiate.
Auntie's Though don't fret.
Greetings! However, I may offer you... Greeting! However, I may initiate it.
More than ever, we must all
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect
keep doing your
ecotope as our home, and devised the paradigm as a great way to maintain it.
We give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset
Huh.
any
Well,
minor disruption.
space is not shooting the water anymore.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his dom. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word of the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate.
our enemies envy our prosperity.
How empty are the lives of anti-subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning?
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch
May the sovereign guide you.
The sovereign provides. The system
executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
Simply saying I'd rest easy if he's been assigned to it.
And the
Original.
community
That generator goes?
poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. Dictates, we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign. matriarch working with.
Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing in perfect symmetry.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Well, it's infected.
My
Next
body
MRI
is
soon
covered
will
in
have to start
burns
cutting.
acquired in battle during the attack. The only relief I have is
Prudence,
when I can...
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again. All right. You returned.
Word on the wireless is that
Stranger?
is years behind us sociologically. So they've started the war to grab any part of the paradigm that they can.
Greetings. Resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and...
Apologies.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved. What?
Comestibles served.
Minor
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the Vigilant, it is even considered something of... We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial function. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. Recalibrating a mechanical is not simply a matter of flipping a few switches. We'd need variable gears and essential motivators to have any hope of rebuilding their programming. Reprogramming mechs to perform functions outside their assigned roles is a complicated affair. Our wily chief mechanist can do it, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts. Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long. These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity, and hence my use of the term, I owe it to every single person. That's abundantly kind of you, though there must be something I can offer. Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone with... In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide... Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subject... The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any... To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
The native flora. Fauna.
What is it? I'm a little busy. And most of my underlings are out with... Hazel should get you sorted right... She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her. Sheena, please understand. The original staff of this facility, why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working dragoon to a pile of Marshal Donaldson wrote that? And in an official record? If the Marshal truly thinks that highly of me, then all right, how's about we get the dragoon situated over here? One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another dragoon. Not a chance. BC. Just have to release this here. Yes. That's got it. One catalytic
Welcome. Glad to have...
Greetings. Potential customers. State your business.
All right, While he's under construction, come to me for any supplies you might need. You'd think that a fully stocked auto mechanical repair center would. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently. Right around the time the quartermech completed, Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage. I assume you two have met already? Delphinia? Best of luck in your search.
My erstwhile assistant returns. To what do I owe? Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar until a more
subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work, report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned... Why, you got a right serious look.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants treasonous. Sabotage. Welcome back. And/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at
Outsider? Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak. That is most excellent. Please, Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. Now, I'll prepare a writ of conscription to the Vox Relay. Once you're inside, there's something else I need you to do. Something that would save many lives.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest...
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources.
Why, isn't it obvious? As Vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us.
Challenges do arise. We all know how invasive...
Marshal Corbin, as with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
More than ever, we must all do...
Good, good. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can. To check in on my people and see how they fare. Oh, I don't doubt your abilities. But the prospects remain exceedingly poor. Even if you succeed, it's only a matter of time before the Arbiter arrives to administer. Farewell.
Are you mentally refreshed?
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts? Why, thank you kindly, outside. Why, you got a right outside.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and a lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community.
Exciting news! The Vigilant sent the outsider to collect automatic parts for us.
Work is strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rest it all and thank the sovereign.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the
fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate perfectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
What do you need this time? Now there's an odd request. Wait one rapt gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in? I'm not sure why she didn't just tell me that in the first place. Key card to access the terminals? Right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
All right, so you got her working. Bully for you. No, sorry, you're right. You did me, and all of Fairfield, a good turn here. Just thought I'd feel more relieved when the launcher was working again. Real subtle. Here, managed to cobble some frags together from a damaged mine earlier. Who knows? And seeing how expertly you worked, you may as well take this armor modification too. I'm sure.
You know, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle? You can thrive. Why settle? You can thrive. Just say it. Feels right.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted? How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle. Like the one you passed. And you find Sub Rosa.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander. Me? Wait, that sounds like where Zeb's holed up. Odd timing. I wanted to jaw about this, actually. There's a man staying in that shop, Zebulon Tran. He's the doctor who saved my life after Horizon Point, ex-protectorate. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course. I'm being serious here, Commander. Could you try doing the same? I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here, being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission. I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels were, often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Wouldn't have expected you to see it that way, given all your talk of trusting no one and looking out for myself. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect.
haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well. Can it wait, Commander? At least until we've talked with Zeb. Sure. Oh.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Hang fire, Commander. Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you? Did he now? Please, enlighten me.
Reckon I've got this, Commander. No need to bring in the reserve just yet. I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full...
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the Consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting...
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong.
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my... If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign and do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate.
Not to worry. This is
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bull.
Good thing we know a doctor then. Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes for tears and confetti, but damn. That's appreciated. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Had I stayed, who knows? Likely I'd have gotten us both killed. If you're talking Horizon Point, those were extenuating Anyway, was there anything else you needed? If you're sure.
Once more, I find myself full of indignation about anything and everything.
I heard that. I do not take kindly to interruptions. Investigating.
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And now, first things first. Place the... Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only... Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market. Normally, there. I have determined the ideal. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Good, good. Place the antidote into the slot here. I'll insert it in. When backup arrives and releases me, I'll run a tally of all here who survived. Not a bolt. You can be sure that management and I will see it's put to good use. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit. Wonderful. Wonderful! No use. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. I, Ahmed Ormsby, under the power granted me by seeing it.
And goodbye.
How about I do my job, then you do whatever it is you do.
Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to go.
You there. Keep your hand. You! My scouts saw you infiltrating our lands to the north. This is Protectorate soil, and Protectorate it shall remain. Contra, to arms! Disruptive influences!
We'll put them down humanely. Mind that they're gonna... somewhere.
I see you haven't gone and blown yourself up yet. Then I suppose I owe you thanks. Granted, I could have handily managed routing them myself if I was not hogtied. We'll hold here until orders to advance come through. Was there anything else you wished to discuss?
Unexpected sight and/or sound. Origin unclear. Determination uncommon, yet natural atmospheric circulation.
tripods? Sir, why would... By the matriarch. What are those? Open fire! Sound off! Who's still upright? Wait, there's more! Why are they just standing there? They spit acid! Take cover!
Ah, you finally arrived. Indeed. I mistook you for a different individual. You have my apologies. This is the location to which I've been deployed. And as a loyal subject, it is my honor to continue to perform my assignment as per my orders, even if the duration of my assignment here has been considerable. I am procuring my rations from the populace of local aquatic fauna using a simple baited trap and the mechanical leverage afforded by a rod. Fishing. Bah. Those who would, when there's a war to fight, are not worthy of being called soldiers of the Protectorate. However, my wishes are irrelevant against the needs of the Protectorate and my assignment. Additionally, it would do my heart some good to know that my warden and assigned squad companions are well. The Protectorate does not forget its own. Ever. If I have not received new orders, then I am precisely where I'm intended to be. I'll not hear more.
There you are. Beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. Finally! This any way to treat the sole graduate of Auntie's promotion acceleration program? After I outlasted all them other candidates, left them at the spires in various stages of rigor mortis, spread across a dozen Raptidon gizzards, I'm worn thin, shaky on my land legs after that raft trip, but otherwise raring for my reward for finishing the program. I assume you have the paperwork? You're not from Product Envisioner Ormsby? Fine. Guess I'll cool my... Been doing it my whole career until Ormsby handpicked me for the program. Shirked even that self-promoter Cutshaw. Self-demoted to the briny deep after he slipped off his rubbish raft. I'm the sole survivor. Total validation of my relaxed work ethic. Har har. I think the only grad... Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm still a mite seasick. Think I'll take... You see anybody from the promotion program, tell them they better get here quick. Think my seasickness is the only thing keeping the rats away. You see anybody from the promotion program, tell them they better get here quick.
Wait a minute. Aborting search. What the?
Let me know. In the stretch.
Personal audio log.
Edging
Sergeant
forward.
Wordsworth. We've been dealing with
Disruptive influences.
by Anti's forces. The previous squad was unprepared for this time and was consequently torn asunder. Command's intel could never be so lacking as to
What
allow
in the
this
where
to
now?
occur. So why? They were lulling Anti's choice into a false sense of security before launching counteroffensive teams. This will undoubtedly save far more lives than
That's the one you need to worry about. Hey!
Command. Praise the matriarch. Sergeant Wordsworth, signing off.
in. I'll take care of him, Commander. Over here! Three hole in the head! Come at it! Ain't recharged!
Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here. But they sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that. Keep howling. We're coming for you. Commander, this has got to be where the matriarch is. We ought to look for her.
I couldn't hit the broadside of the freighter. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, it just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my trap. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. Old girls, apparently, any other questions, or are you ready to meet this? All right. Time to earn my... Commander, you're bleeding.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. I'm the one you need to worry about. I'm at it.
You're looking pretty safe, Commander. Phew, that's the limb. Bring it here, would you? Law, look at this part. That's twice the muscle mass of a Raptidon hunter. Undamaged nerve endings? Even the coloration's to my liking. Can't ever discount the aesthetics. You're no slouch, you know that? If we had more soldiers with your talent, we would have taken Eden months ago. You earned it. Whenever you're ready, we should head back to Fairfield. Have a word with Doc Tinsley now that I have both the skeleton and me. In honesty, I don't know which one I should ask Doc to patch me up with. Can't go wrong with it. If you've got an opinion, I'm keen to hear it. The material we harvested from the skeleton crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor, and the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. I'd be able to close the distance and heal you up without the enemy noticing. Exactly what I was thinking.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like our employment contract.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day? The class. Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right materials. I've been fine-tuning the procedure in the meantime. I do believe it'll be as smooth as Crabble butter.
I'm gonna assume Crabble butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. I've decided on the skeleton Crabble graft. It's time for the program to branch out, and I expect this claw will serve me mighty well. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this spare part off your hands for my own research.
Oh, the skeleton Crabble will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now. Get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need to be nervous. I promise.
Thank you for the bedside manner, Commander. As you can tell, I've got a nervous temperament and jump at the sight of my own shadow.
Enough distractions, please. I need the utmost focus for my work. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness? Pain?
Yeah, both. Body's not accustomed to the presence of another limb. Feels like I've got an extra passenger in my nervous system. But it certainly beats feeling like I'm bleeding on the inside. Or fighting the urge to feast on raw human flesh. Like last time.
Well, I'll certainly be having words with that surgeon, leaving you in a state like that. Now, you come back straight away if anything bothers you.
Will do, Doc. I thank you. And you, Commander, without your help, I don't know what I might have done. I feel strange. In a good way. Auntie's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a Crabble, but so far, I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. I appreciate you hearing me out.
come any closer.
Relax. They're the ones who saved me.
Huh? What's that noise? Thank you for saving me. From what Briggs has told me, that's 2 we owe you now. Of course. Sorry to have been a burden. Please.
You've saved me twice now. If there's anything I can ever do for you, it's not much.
That was a close one. Thank you so much.
Let this log serve as a record of the fact that Sentry's first-class Briggs and Jakes are both still loyal to the Protectorate and the Sovereign, despite their acts of desertion. The mental state of Brigadier Martelli has been rapidly degrading over the past few weeks. The Vox relay station is no longer safe. For even the most devoted subjects, assumed he was simply being overly cautious by increasing the standards that have required regulations. Unnecessary, but
Love to, but I'm...
Craft doesn't sense target. Always crabby.
Guns cocked.
Real or imagined, is now seen as an act of treason and deemed grounds for immediate execution. We could no longer live under the abuse of the paradigm. This may make us traitors in the eyes of our superiors, but we will return to be judged when sanity has returned to the Vox relay station.
Free hole in the head!
Made it in. Guess the Protectorate ain't so good at watching their own backs after all.
Figured this ship would have departed by now. You know how Sentinels are. They take their time with traitors and instigators.
Trouble ahead.
Reporting is some neighborly suspicion, right?
To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call. Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
Politic was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Back again. Thought we were
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
back in business.
Moving in close.
Popping that claw. Mess with me, you get the claw.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. I'm at. Hey, got a distraction for you.
I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. That wasn't meant to be pointed. I'm sure it wasn't easy getting this far, what with that tyrant warden at the bridge.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. The cipher, right. I managed to memorize it before I was nabbed. 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Please don't think me ungrateful.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure that...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to...
That might just be the most ruthless bait in...
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm not planning to rely on actual munitions, but I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
Now, hold on. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire...
What do you...
Not blowing yourself...
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention... Please, if you can help...
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits.
Excellent work. I see why, Zebulon. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you? The bravest thing I ever did was start thinking for myself. Everything else after that's been easy.
Good luck, Audra.
Likewise. And thank you both again.
A lot of Protectorate strung up there. Dead or dying slow.
Oh, these
What
damned
is going
bodies.
on?
Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday. Sovereign's mercy. I fear Is that you there?
Careful now. You're speaking to a soldier who could put one...
Ugh, no matter. I cannot afford to worry over you. I have a grave number of bodies to hang and not enough time to hang them. Now, what is it that you want? Vigilant Hogarth sent you? I wish I could help, but that being said, I am. The Brigadier sees enemies everywhere, sappers in every shadow. Approaching him under questionable license is to risk being shot. It's too dangerous for us both. Tragically, I must decline. Area's off limits. I politely request you cease defiling the corpses of our fallen brethren.
Check out that hole, Commander. Might be we can find ourselves a way in that avoids all the mustard.
You are the raw material for perfection.
You've returned, but... Hold a moment. What in the blazes was that? What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it? Tell me they were... And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. I wish the success of this venture had not come at such... Perhaps I was... mistaken.
Can't fault you for having doubts.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so... surly. I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend, and I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance.
Got time for a debrief, Commander?
Armed and ready.
Mobility.
Yeah. Seems you've been great for my resume, if I'm honest. Few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting out of this? Not that I disagree with your assessment, but I find it mighty interesting that you think you got the authority to See, Val helpfully filled me in on your own predicament. Hunting down a fellow agent, were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? So you're out here without a boss, huh? Might not be so bad. Though I'm curious if they'd even see Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate myself. You're the first agent I ever met, in fact. As for the rest of your organization, can't really say. They hate corporations, I've heard that much. But what about you? You buy into their policy too? No. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little... ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving. If you say so.
Feels good, don't it? Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth Directorate. Pretty sure Val can give you something for that. It's easy to focus on all that's going wrong, but wins ought to be celebrated too. On Triangular might have suggested going for drinks somewhere they don't come with fuel, but here, I think we'll have to settle for patting each other on the back. I'll bank on sooner rather than later. Thanks again for going out of your... Anyway, need something, Commander? If you're sure, just...
Again, let's protect. Idiot.